Welcome to the Matching Ideas with Resources Networking podcast sponsored by GLM Financial, an accounting firm in Schaumburg focusing on providing professional accounting and business services to small and medium-sized companies throughout the Chicagoland area. I'm Tom Ghosh, business strategist with GLM.
Okay, well, we welcome now Nicole Silman. She provides excellent pricing as well as some consulting on your energy costs. Nicole, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Tom.
Good. Well, I pretty much butchered up what you do, so why don't you clear up everything so that it makes me look better from before.
Got it. Yeah, I'm an energy broker. Basically, what I do is I'm on the business side of things, and I help companies, see if we can lower their costs on the energy side, specifically on their electric bill. Like I mentioned, I just do business or multiple residentials.
Okay. So how is it that you do this? What's the process?
Yeah, the process is the company will reach out or a friend will suggest, hey, why don't you talk to my friend Nicole? I'll let them know, okay, let me analyze your bill. After looking at the bill, sometimes people have a good rate and I'll tell them you should stay with what you're doing right now. And sometimes what I'll do is say, okay, I think we might be able to help you here. I'll take the bill, I'll send it out to between 12 and 25 suppliers, just depending on how big or what the market's doing, and we'll get some quotes back. So right now, the average ComEd bill is a little over 7.25, or a little over 7 cents, not quite 7.25 cents per kilowatt hour.
Okay.
And my goal is to get it down to 6 or 5.5 cents. And then, if I'm successful in that, if I'm able to get it down in a reasonable, with a reasonable rate, I will present that to whoever sent me their bill.
So what are some of the things that people would look at and recognize, oh my goodness, I think I need to have somebody look at this? Is it a trending upward? Like all of a sudden you start to see that you're using similar amount of hours, but you're paying a little bit more? How does that work that I recognize that?
Yeah, usually, summers are really busy for us because, obviously people are using more electricity over the summer. So, I'll get a lot of referrals that way. People coming to me and saying, what can you do? I'm spending so much money. Especially manufacturing companies are spending thousands and thousands of dollars. And so that is the time that usually we see people coming in, and it's a nice time. Actually, we're coming into a really good time for us to start looking for people. Over the summer, what the trend is usually over the summer, the kilowatt hour price reduces a little, and then they raise it up in the winter. People aren't using as much, so they're not going to notice that it's up, half a cent or a quarter cent per kilowatt hour. So like I said, it's the summertime and it's a great time to get the lowest rate.
And how often do you think you got to look at this? If you're looking at it in the summertime, do you look at it a year from now, 6 months from now, or you're not really that concerned about it for a while?
So when you have an energy broker like myself, they are going to get you a wholesale or discounted rate. And it's with the discounted rate, we can lock it in for 1, 2, or 3 years, or we can do variable rates. We can do a combo of both, depending on how large the business is. So if I have the kilowatt hours from the last 15 years. And if I said, hey, this is a very low rate right now, this is as low as it's been in the last 12 years, that's a great time to go for 3 years because you're going to have the best rate. If I said, this is a lower rate, but it's only lower for the next 5 years, and maybe we did a variable, or we try a year and see if we, next year would be slightly lower. I would never put someone in a position where I thought they would overspend. Okay. So like I said, I know the trends, I have the charts, and I'm able to take a look at those and give my clients or the people coming to me the best advice.
Okay. So you did mention that you're mainly business to business, so it's businesses or people that own multiple homes or multiple dwellings, right?
Yeah, sorry. The minimum is, 250. That's like the very minimum. And right now, I would say, like in the summer, I could look at someone that's using $250 a month, but the customers that we can really help, the businesses that we can really help, are the ones that are spending 1,000 or
Okay.
above.
Is there a stereotypical business size that is about $1,000 a month, like number of employees or something like that, or square footage or something?
Sure, it would be a bigger restaurant.
Okay.
Is going to be doing, $1,000 a month. Um, some warehouses, they're going to be doing probably a couple thousand. Depends on what
Okay.
machines are running. Mhm.
So if I'm sitting in front of a client, we're going over their financial statement, and I'm recognizing that they're spending a little bit more per month each month on utilities. What's a good way, what's a good phrase for me to introduce you and your business to them?
That's a great question. So you can just mention to them that you know somebody that analyzes utility bills, and
Okay.
they may be able to get you a discount where you can save, 10% or even 15%, depending. And it's a complimentary service.
Okay.
It doesn't cost anything. That's something I also wanted to explain that I didn't get to. So,
Mhm.
ComEd and these suppliers, they work together. And since gas and electric was deregulated over a decade ago, it's kept the prices down, which has been great. And because they work together, the business does not have to pay me anything. The supplier, if this company decides to work, with me, we find a good rate, the supplier, pays me a commission,
Okay.
because they buy at an even lower rate, and then, obviously they're making money and they give you a discount. So you keep ComEd. Like I said, the supplier pays me. So really, it's a win-win. I can help
Sure.
people save money and they don't have to pay me anything. It's a wonderful business to be in.
Good. Well, thank you. This has been really beneficial, I think, and I hope that people can start to recognize that this free service of just having a look at your utility bill can save them a lot of money in the long run. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your business, and thanks for coming on, Nicole.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tom.
All
Appreciate it.
right.
Thanks for listening to the Matching Ideas with Resources podcast, sponsored by GLM Financial. I'm Tom Ghosh, business strategist with GLM, steering direction, matching ideas with resources.